Hi everyone, I've got an unboxing here for you today. I'm going to take all the documentation and stuff off it first because it's from Italy. Hint hint. If this is distracting or if it changes the light in any way, then I'll change. Is it just doing? What is it doing? Oh no, it's doing other colours, okay. This is a lamp my partner bought for me, and I don't know if this is like distracting or if it's affecting the camera. It seems to like flicker a little bit, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'll take the stuff off this and then we'll get into it. Yeah, I've wanted this game for a while. It's from Italy, it's pretty expensive, and I've finally had the opportunity to buy a copy. So I have done, and that's what this is. So that's what this unboxing is, and when I get it out, I'll tell you a little bit more about the game, but I figured we should just get straight into it, so I'll cut here. I've got to this point, so I just battered myself with box. We'll just take the paper out, and I'm assuming it's going to be in even more wrapping. What is this anyway? Is it like Aldi or something? I'll have a look at that in a minute. Oh yeah, there we go. Ta-da! The money shot. So we'll take it out. Yes, there's an expensive game in here. Don't want it because it's expensive. I'm going to play it like straight away basically. I might put some footage actually of me trying the disc and letting the intro cutscene play and maybe some gameplay as well. So I was going to be like, let me know if you want to see that, but I'll do it in this video so you won't have to do that. Let me just get in here. Right, that was quite a fast. I don't know if this is the right way up or anything. I'm starting to see it a little more. I know everyone's already seen this about 1 billion times. Can you tell what it is yet? I'm pretty sure you probably can at this point. It's a copy of Rule of Rose. And it's still sealed, although I don't really know about this seal because it has one of those pull things, but it doesn't have the PlayStation logo on it, but I don't know about Italian copies and things like that. However, yes, this is a copy of Rule of Rose. My cat's making noises now. This is so scuffed. Yes, I ordered a copy of Rule of Rose. It came from Italy because a whole weird shipment was found in Italy, and it's in English. It's got all the English text on it and things like that. Basically, this is a psychological horror game, kind of based on the playstyle of Silent Hill in that there's fixed camera angles, and it's all that kind of like spooky stuff where you like explore. And inspiration has been taken from the Brothers Grimm tales as well. Yeah, basically, you play as Jennifer, this lady. You end up on a bus, you fall asleep, and this little boy comes up to you and he wants you to read him a story. And you start reading him the story, and you end up in a world where Jennifer is an adult woman, and this world is ruled by 9-year-old girls, basically. And yeah, it goes from there. They are called the Society of the Red Crayon, I believe. This is in, like, obviously immaculate condition because it's still sealed. And yes, I did say I'm going to play it. And I am. It's the truth. There's the pull tab. It's going inside a protective box pretty much immediately. I'll have to grab one, but yeah, it will. This game has been encased in plastic for the last, what, 20 years or something? My cat didn't like that at all. Yeah, wow, it's in such great condition, obviously. Really, really cool. Ta-da! Boop. There we go. The manual has a little ding on the corner, but that doesn't matter at all. This is by 505 Games as well. They have done other games such as Demolition Girl, which I kind of did want a copy of, but I'm not sure yet. It's got a couple of dings. It's like got a ding up here. It's got some fraying right down at the bottom. Probably can't see it. And then like the corner is a little, but it doesn't matter. It smells brand new. Here's the inside. Is it in full colour? It is. The manual is in full colour. Very cool. And then obviously I would assume the disc is in like brand new condition. Here's the front of the disc. And yeah, the disc is immaculate, of course, because it was sealed. So I'm really happy with this. Really happy. Yeah, this is a game I pretty much never thought I would own, but in the same vein that I thought I would never own a copy of like Silent Hill 2, which I now do. Turns out when you're an adult, you can buy things that you want, and that's just a really cool thing about being an adult. I wanted a copy of this horror game, and now I have it, so that's really awesome. I just love all kinds of horror games as long as they're good, and this is supposed to be like one of the best horror games. People really want a remake for this one. We don't know if it's ever going to happen, probably not. It all depends on rights and the, want for that kind of thing from an audience, but yeah. Silent Hill 2 got a remake, so it's potentially one day this could get a remake as well, but with its price, people like to not remake these things so the price stays higher. But with the Italian shipment being found, the price has come down a lot anyway because people have just been buying them on eBay, trading them in for double the trade price, basically. I don't know what this trades in for in CX at the moment, but I'm not going to be trading this copy in. Retro Ghetto told a little story where basically he saw a copy of Rule of Rose being taken into CEX, and they actually unsealed it in front of the person to check that everything was like okay. So that was at the beginning when everything was happening though, so they unsealed this like perfectly preserved copy of this game, and the person was not happy apparently. But yeah, the trade prices come right down because people just keep buying them and trading them in, so it is what it is, but I'm really happy with this copy. I guess we'll go see if it works. Forgot to mention as well, but this game was banned. I don't remember if it was banned in England. Potentially banned in England because it didn't get a release here as far as I'm aware. And it's just basically because the game is so suggestive in terms of children and it being so cruel. It's just psychologically a horrible game apparently, but yeah, this game from the cutscenes I've seen is extremely suggestive, so I'm not surprised whatsoever that it didn't get a release in certain places. I'll look up the information and then I'll do a bit. Rule of Rose was the subject of a moral panic in Europe prior to its publication there, based on rumours of its alleged content. These rumours ranged from erotic themes to obscene brutality. Various European authorities condemned the game and called for its banning. The game was cancelled in the United Kingdom despite the Video Standards Council calling the complaints nonsense. Rule of Rose received mixed reviews from critics, with gameplay being criticised the most. The game has been compared to Silent Hill and Haunting Ground due to the psychological horror elements and the presence of a canine companion for the main character. Yeah, you get a dog, his name is Brown, and basically one of the main key parts of the game is that I think you show an item in your inventory to Brown, and then he will go and sniff out the thing that corresponds to that item. And then with the Red Crayon Society being a bunch of children, basically, you give the items that Brown finds to the kids over, I think it's 12 chapters, as it's being read like a storybook as well. Yeah, I just loved what I saw of this game. All horror is inherently cool if it's done well. From what I've seen of this, it's done really well, and it just gives you that like unnerved feeling, even though it might not be necessarily really scary. There is combat in this game as well. I've heard that it's pretty clunky, but games of those time have clunky combat anyway, like Silent Hill 2 and normal, regular, old Silent Hill 1. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to play it anyway, so yes. Rule of Rose. Development on Rule of Rose began after Punchline was asked by Sony Computer Entertainment to make a horror game. Punchline wanted to develop a new type of horror game with an emphasis on psychological horror. This decision led to the concept of childhood, specifically the mysterious and misunderstood nature of young girls. The team drew inspiration from the classic Brothers Grimm fairy tales for the narrative and the Silent Hill series for graphics and art style. The entire score was produced by studio musicians in order to bring a human element to the game's atmosphere. Okay, after all that, we're finally into some gameplay of Rule of Rose. I don't know how much I've left in or cut out of the cutscenes I was showing and the beginning and stuff. I just wanted to give you a feel, because these, not necessarily these, but the cutscenes for Rule of Rose, I just feel like are just gorgeous early 2000s cutscenes that you just don't really get anymore. I think we lost that kind of thing with like old Silent Hills and stuff like that, old Resident Evils. But yeah, this just seems really unique in its story and stuff like that. And we've just come up to Strange Hill. I've seen like a tiny bit of gameplay of this, but I had no idea where I'm going or what I'm doing, which is, I guess, the beauty of these old horror games. I love the music and the ambiance and the sounds in the cutscenes as well. That was just very, very good. I've seen parts of it before, but again, I didn't want to spoil it for myself, so I didn't watch much. Just enough to know that I wanted to buy a copy of the game and actually play it for myself. I assume that means to go down here, which potentially where we'll meet Brown. Brown is the dog, the dog that you play with in the game. Sounds like I'm getting closer. There's an old padlock on the door. However, it's not locked. Rickety shed. I just love the old graphics and the old textures for these kinds of games as well. I have a fond love for modern retro games, so modern games that look retro, and anything with this kind of aesthetic is just right up my street. A slip of paper is tied to the dog collar. It's a slip of paper with a boarding pass and a picture of a fish on it. Jennifer found boarding pass. The name Brown is on the dog collar. Jennifer found dog collar. And a creepy child's laugh, apparently. Oh, I'm stuck. There's definitely nothing creepy about that. Off up to Strange Hill. Oh, she didn't want to go that way. She did want to go that way. I don't know if this is where that kid went though, so potentially going the wrong way. Oh, we're back to the bus stop. That might be the wrong way then. I might have had to go up instead of down. Well, we're back at the bus stop, so I think I'll leave it there. Yeah, so that was some gameplay and the opening cutscenes. I feel really privileged to be able to own a copy of this game. I wish all games were more accessible for people, especially, you know, the old Silent Hills and stuff like Haunting Ground and Obscure. stuff like, one second, where is it? Stuff like Dreadout, basically I spent about 10 years trying to find what this game was. Spooky horror game where you play as a girl in a school and she's being chased by a pig. And I randomly saw an episode of Game Grumps one day, 10 years ago, where they were playing this game. And after having forgotten about it, I didn't know what it was. And it took me about 10 years to find it. And it turns out that they released a remastered collection of Dreadout, the DLC, and then Dreadout 2 is on a separate physical edition. But yeah, I mean, why can't we have something like this for something like Rule of Rose? Especially now we've got like the Silent Hill remake, which is awesome. It's not the original game though, but you know, a remastered version of Rule of Rose would be really, really awesome. Again, in terms of like Haunting Ground and Obscure and Project Zero and stuff like that, I just think we need more remasters basically. Ports, remasters, especially with what they're doing with PSN lately, bringing all the old games to the modern systems so that people can play them. I just think it's what people need these days. You don't always have to be buying new games and playing all the new ones when you can play the classics too. Like all the Armored Core games have just been put on PSN for you to play. So yeah, why can't we have that with stuff like Rule of Rose, especially when we get remasters for Dreadout and Silent Hill and things like that. So yeah. Yeah, that's been my video on Rule of Rose. It was not a good video. I'm not good at these kind of videos. I'm more good at like just, here's a thing I got. I liked it because of this reason, and that's it. Hope you like my lamp. It's a Blue Eyes White Dragon card. I think it's awesome. My partner bought it for me for our anniversary. Very, very cool. I hope you enjoy the video. It was something a little different, basically. I'm not very good at these videos, but I tried my best. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it anyway. Like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you thought, basically. Subscribe if you want to. We're on our way to 100 subscribers. Woo! I'm on like 89 now, I think, so that's cool. Follow me on Instagram, collector_catharsis. I post something new every single day, so there's always something to be looking at. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a good week. See you later. Bye.